Hey guys, welcome back to SanthoshNexus channel. I hope all are doing good. And in earlier videos, I have made all lookups and where we make Excel simple and powerful. Today, I am going to show you how to compare your answers with correct answers in Excel step by step. We will start from scratch and compare question by question and create a final match or mismatch result. And finally, I will be sharing a smart trick to do everything in one formula. By the end of this video, you will know how to check results and calculate accuracy automatically in Excel without any manual effort. So let's get into the session. Here I have created two sheets. In sheet 1, like these are the student errors and or employee errors, and sheet 2. In sheet 2, we are having the correct answers. So in sheet 1, these are our errors, and in sheet 2, these are the correct answers. Without wasting any time, let's get into the topic. Now, as I said earlier, in sheet 1, I have all my ticket IDs with my answers, but I want to fetch the correct results from sheet 2 based on the same ticket ID. Basically, sheet 1 is my errors and sheet 2 is my correct answers. So now, I need to use a formula to fetch the results. So in order to do that, it can be achieved by using VLOOKUP formula. So first I am writing in G column. Okay, let's mention what I can be done in subheadings. First, I need to get R1, that is where it is a result of Q1 in sheet 2, and similarly R2, R3, R4, R5, and then I'll be using match and mismatch. So M1, M2, M3, M4, M5, and then I will be explaining final status. Done. So now let's fetch the result from in sheet 2 Q1 based upon the ticket IDs. So now the alignment is clear. Now let's crack it. First, we need to write equals to, and then we need to write VLOOKUP and then open the bracket. After opening the bracket, we can clearly see the syntax here. So what is the first syntax? Like lookup value, comma, table array, comma, column index number, and then range lookup. So here, what is the lookup value? Here A2 is my lookup value, because that means the ticket ID in sheet 1 which I want to search for in sheet 2. So I hope you are clear with this. So why I am keeping A2? Because I am searching ticket ID in sheet 2, and after matching the ticket ID, then I am giving the result in R1. So okay, now I have typed a lookup value, and then in second syntax what it is, table array. So what we are searching? So we are searching in sheet 2 from A column to F column. So write sheet 2, and then I am using here exclamatory mark because this is very important. That is, Excel understand that Excel need to search in sheet 2, and then I am using dollar symbol, and I am giving range from A to A is to, and then a dollar to F column. So here, why I am specifically mentioning like dollar, because I have locked the range by using dollar symbol so that it won't move when I drag the formula down. So I hope now you are understood with this sheet 2 exclamatory like dollar $A is to dollar $F. This is the range, like the place where Excel will search for the ticket ID, and then I have locked the range by using dollar symbol. Done. Now our table array is completed. Now comma, column index number. See, this is simple. Like where we are searching in sheet 2, we are searching in second row. See, in sheet 2, we are searching in this second row, so that I will be getting second column. I will be getting second column answer. So in sheet 2, we are searching for second column. So we need to write column index number as 2. That is, Q1 is in second column number in sheet 2. Done. So column index number also completed. Now comma. Now range lookups. See what we are expecting to do. If we give true, then it may give approximate match. like if we give false, like this tells Excel to look for an exact match. Only if the ticket ID matches exactly, then it will fetch the answer. So here we need to use false, and then just close the bracket and hit on enter. Now we got the results from sheet 2 Q1 into this G by using the same ticket ID. Now if you have doubt, let's check the result. Here ticket ID 72839. So let us see in sheet 2 72839 72 it is okay, it is in seventh cell, and it is, and the Q1 answer is A. Done. By using the same ticket ID, it fetched the result in R1 by using the formula. Done. Perfect. The formula is correct. So similarly, we will use a similar formula in R2, R3, R4, R5 for fetching the result Q2, Q3, Q4, Q5. Done. So let's use same formula. Just same logic we need to use here. Just Control A, Control C, and then wait a minute. Okay, done. Then I'm pasting in R2, Control V. Here similar logic, but here now column index number will be changed because R2, like I am searching for Q2 result. So in sheet 2 it is in third column. So just you need to change the column index number, and that is 3, and then just hit on enter. Now we got R2. Similarly, you need to write R3. So Control V, and then just change 4 because I am fetching from fourth column in sheet 2, and then just hit on enter. Done. We got R3, and similarly Control V, and then you need to fetch fifth column in sheet 2, and then just click on enter. Now you got the R4. Similarly, you need to do R5, that is in sixth column in sheet 2, and just hit on enter. Now successfully by using VLOOKUP we have fetched the results, and we have named it as R1, R2, R3, R4, R5 by using same ticket IDs. So this is how we can do comparisons, like we can do fetching the result from sheet 2 by using VLOOKUP formula. Done. Now I'm using like if Q1 R1 matches, then it should give match, or else it should be given mismatch. So I will be given like how to achieve this. I will be explaining. First we need to write equals to, and then as I said earlier in earlier my videos, what I said, like if you want to use match or mismatch, in earlier videos I said that you need to use if condition, because we are comparing Q1 and R1, and if that equals, then the Excel should give match or mismatch. So just open the bracket and logical test. Here what is our test? Like we need to compare Q1 equals to R1. So Q1 is in B column, and it start with second row. So B2 equals to, and then it is in R1 is in G column, and it starts with G2. Done. Comma, and then if it's true we need to get match. If it's comma, if it's false we need to get mismatch. Done. And then close this and close the bracket, and then hit on enter. Done. Similarly I am comparing match and mismatch for Q2 R2, Q3 R3, Q4 R4, Q5 R5. Done. Here you need to understand one thing, that in some cases you will get only this one. So in order to get these things, just you need to drag this formula up to down, so that you will be getting the results up to down, because automatically the formula changes. See, if I click on this, I am getting B6 G6. So automatically Excel takes that formula. So no need to worry like how to get the down results also. Sometimes Excel takes automatically, and sometimes you need to do manually by dragging the formula. And similarly I am comparing Q2 R2, Q3 R3, Q4 R4, and Q5 R5. So similarly Control V, from match I am copying this formula, and then I am pasting it on M2. Here it's not B2 G2, like I am comparing M2 result, that is Q2 and R2. So Q2 is in C column and starts with C2, and then H2. Perfect. And hit on enter. double click on this so that the alignment will be good, and then similarly control V, and then what we are searching for D column, that is Q3, and D2. Perfect. D2, and then we are comparing I column, that is R3. So I2, hit on enter, double click on this so that the alignment will be good, and then similarly M4, control V, and where we have stopped Q3 R3 compared, done. And now Q4 R4. Q4 is in E column, it starts with 2, E2, and then we are comparing Q4 R4. R4 is in J column, so just write J2 and click on enter, and then similarly M5, that is Q5 and R5, control V, last Q5 it's in F column and starts with F2, and then removing G, and then what we are comparing with R5 is in K column and starts with second row, then click on enter. Now we got match mismatch by comparing Q1 R1 and Q2 R2, Q3 R3, Q4 R4, and Q5 R5. Now we got this. Now let's do the final comparison. For that we will be going to use if function and AND function. Because why we are using this AND function? Because what the AND function checks, like if Q1 R1 is true and Q2 R2, Q3 R3, Q4 R4, Q5 R5, if this true, then it gives answer, otherwise it will give us mismatch. This is how it AND function works. So now let's do a final comparison. I'm writing equals to, and then I'm writing if function, and then in this opening the bracket, and in this I'm using AND function, and now I need to give my logic here. So what the logic, like what we need to compare? Q1 R1, Q1 is in B2, B column and starts with second row. B2 equals to R2, G2, comma, and similarly C2 equals to H2, comma, and D2 equals to I2, comma, and then E2 equals to J2, yes, J2, perfect, comma, and then F2 equals to K2, close the bracket. Now our AND function is finished, and now we need to go into if function. Like what is the if function? Like if it's true, then okay, if it's true, then it should be given match, and if it's false, then it should give mismatch, and then enclose with double brackets, and then close the bracket. So here our formula completed. Like overall summary of this formula is, first it checks, like AND checks if all conditions are true. If yes, it gives match. If no, it gives mismatch. And when you click on enter, you will be getting the final result. Now see, let's compare is that formula correct or wrong. In M1, M2, M3, M4, M5, all are, wait a minute, shit, okay, done. Sorry for inconvenience. Okay, now let us check the final comparison. So in M1, M2, M3, M4, M5, the first ticket ID all are matched, so it given match. In second ticket ID M1 matched, M2 matched, but M3 gone mismatch, so we have got mismatch. So in this way we can compare the results. In this way we can apply the VLOOKUP formula and if and AND function, and we can do match and mismatch by using these things. So here first what we did, first we have pulled the correct answers from sheet 2 into sheet 1 based on ticket ID by using this formula. And then what we have did, and then we have written match or mismatch by using if condition, and then we fetched we compared Q1 and R1, and then we got match and mismatch. Perfect. And after doing similarly up to R5, and then I have compared the final comparison by using if and AND function. Like if all the conditions are true, then it gives match, and if it's false, then give it mismatch. So in this way we can do these things. Guys, now without wasting time, let's now look at a trick to avoid writing too many helper columns. Earlier what we did, first we used VLOOKUP to fetch the correct answers into new columns, and then we compared Q1 R1, Q2 R2, Q3 R3, Q4 R4, Q5 R5 by using if and functions, and finally we got match and mismatch data. So but instead of using all those extra steps, we can directly use one single formula. So for this I have taken same existing ticket IDs and I have pasted up to Q5, and then in sheet 2 I have taken the same responses, the correct responses. Now by using single formula I will be getting match and mismatch data. So before directly jumping into that formula, first I want to explain some functions, and those functions I have used in this formula. So first we need to about trim function. So what do you mean by trim function? It just removes extra spaces from the final output. So what is the function of trim? It removes extra spaces from the final output. Example, suppose here match, and here we are having some extra spaces here. So when we use this trim function, it becomes match. So the extra space will be removed here. So in this way the trim function works. And then we are going to use another function, that is if error. So what is the function of if error? Like this checks if the whole formula throws an error. Example, if one ticket ID doesn't exist in this sheet 2, so by default it will give NA. But if we use this if error and if we write an argument with no answer, then we will get, instead of NA we will be getting no answer. Done. And then we will be using if and function. This is already we know, as we explained in like we did in this final comparison status. And then another function is index and match function. Here index pulls each answer from Q1 to Q5 from sheet 2. So this is the main function of index and match, and this already I have explained in previous YouTube videos, where I have explained VLOOKUP and XLOOKUP. There I have explained that index and match function. So you can see from there, and then you can check this video. Now let's apply the logic what we have learned from sheet 4, and by using those functions we will get match and mismatch. So first we start with trim. As I said earlier, we are using trim function so that if any extra spaces comes in the result, they will be cleaned automatically. Next, inside trim we are writing if error, and then open the bracket here, because sometimes our ticket ID from sheet 1 may not be present in sheet 2, and in that case we don't want Excel to show an error. Instead we want a clean message like no answer. So I'm using if error, and then inside if error we are going to write our main logic using if function, and also I'm writing and function. And in and function I need to write my logic. And then if it's correct, then I need to give match. If it's not, like if it's false, then I need to give mismatch. Close the double quotation marks, and then close the bracket. So like if there is no answer, in sheet 2, then it need to be given as no answer. So comma, and then no answer. Done. And close the double quotation marks and close the bracket. I hope you understood. First we have used trim function, and then we have used if error, and in if error I have used if and function, and here my logic, like our logic should be written, and if this logic okay, then it gives match or else mismatch, and if there is no data present in sheet 2, then it should be given as no answer. Perfect. And also here I am closing bracket, so the trim function will be closed. Done. Now in and function I need to give my logic. So first here I am going to give index and match function. So first we need to write index and then open the bracket. After opening the bracket, what we need to do? We need to write our logic here. So what is our logic? First, where we need to search? We need to search from sheet 2. So sheet 2, and then we need to search in column B. So in sheet 2 we need to write exclamatory mark. So it tells Excel that go to sheet 2 and search in sheet 2. and after writing sheet 2 exclamatory mark, then we need to write like it need to be search in column B. So B is to B, and then keep comma, and then here we need to match, like we need to do the match. So write match and then open the bracket. Here it should be compared with our ticket ID 728. So in this ticket ID, like it starts with A column and 15th. So A 15th, comma, and then we like where it should be search in, it should be search in sheet 2. So sheet 2, and then use exclamatory mark, and then with that A15 ticket ID, it should be search in sheet 2 in column A. So A is to A, A is to A, and then comma, and then we need to use, like we need to write what a match type we are using. Like we need to do exact match, so that if it's present, then it should be giving that exact match result. If not, it will not give. So we need to write 0. That is, we are performing exact match. And then what we need to do here, after comparing, we need to close a bracket, and then again we need here I have closed the match bracket, and then here I need to close the index bracket. Done. Now again I need to do similarly. Here I have closed the bracket up to index. Like what we are searching with Q1 result. So Q1 result, it is in B column and then 15. So just you need to write B15. Perfect. I hope you have understood. Once again I am explaining here. So here we need to understand the logic here. Like I have used index and match. Like what it exactly do means, like first it takes the ticket ID in A15 and find it in sheet 2 column A and get the correct answer from column B in sheet 2 and compare it with my correct answer in column B. Right? I hope you understand this. So once again I am saying, first it takes the ticket ID in from A15 and then find it in sheet 2 column A and get the correct answer from column B, compare it with my answer in column B of sheet 1. So this is what this index and match do. So similarly we need to do Q2, Q3, Q4, Q5. So just I'm copying this index formula and then just Control C, and then here you need to write, you need to mention comma, and then just click on Control V, and then you will get the formula here. Now here what you need to change here, I need to change B, like it should be search in column C, C is to C, and then it should be like it should be comparing with my C15th, like Q2 is in C column and it should be start with 15, so it should be search with C15. So Q1 completed, Q2 completed. Now similarly keep after C15 keep comma, and then click on Control V, like the exact like earlier you have copied the result, so you will get that paste. And then here what you need to change here, again you need to change D and then replace B with D, so that it went to sheet 2 and then column D. And here you need to change, like you need to compare your result with Q3, that is D15. Done. D15. Similarly after D15 keep comma and then Control V, and then similarly you need to do like you need to go to column E. So column E, and then it need to be checked with Q4, that is E15. Done. E15, and remaining last column, that is F15. So similarly after E15 keep comma and then Control V, and then you need to change this B to last column, that is F column. So it implies it went to sheet 2 and then it went to column F, and then it takes the A15 ticket ID and then it searches with column F, and then it compares with our result, that is F15. Now here done, like our logic completed. So so I have closed the bracket, and if these conditions true, then it gives match or else mismatch, and if it's not true, then it gives us no answer. So let us check the formula once again. First I have used a trim function, and then if and then index. I have went to B column, and then search it with our A15 ticket ID, and then match it with that sheet 2 column A table, and then with the exact match I have compared with our B15 result in sheet 1, and then I have given the answer. Okay, done. Similarly, it went to C again. It compared with our C result. Again it went to D, and then it compared with our D15th result, and it went to column E, and then again it compared with E15th result. Similarly, last column it went to column F in sheet 2, and then it compared with our A15, and then it compared with our F15th ID, F15 ticket. F15th answer, and then it given match or mismatch. Done. When I click on enter, now I got match. Now here, as I said earlier, sometimes it takes automatic and sometimes we need to do manually. So at the edge of the cell, just drag up to down, then your formula will automatically gets. So this is how we will do, and I am writing it as final status. So this is how we can perform the formula by using single formula. So let us check if this is correct or not. Like in first we have used so many helper columns, and then finally we got match, and then mismatch, match, mismatch. Exactly here we got this. So instead of taking these many things, just by using this one formula we can get the answer. So I hope you have understood this formula. Once again, please practice this formula, and then you will master it, and then please try your own way, and you can achieve this. So friends, let's quickly summarize what we did today. First, we used VLOOKUP and index match to fetch the correct answers from sheet 2 into sheet 1, and then we compared my answers with the correct answer using if and functions. Finally, we wrapped it with all trim and if error to clean the result and handle missing ticket IDs. So the output we got very simple: match, mismatch, or no answer. See, this is the power of Excel formulas. Step by step, we can automate our checking process without doing it manually. So if you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel SanthoshNexus for more Excel tricks. See you in the next video. Bye bye.